Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of the DNVR Rapids podcast. We are here in the Toyota Winners Lounge, driven by your Furnish Toyota stores. Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR. What a game last night from your Colorado Rapids. Dramatic 2-1 victory over Toluca. They move on to the Leagues Cup quarterfinals. Third straight win over Liga MX team. Goals in the 45th and 95th. 96th?
Yeah.
95th. I think it was right at the cusp of the 95th. Doesn't matter. It was dramatic as all get out. It was intense. It was physical. The Rapids were going against the run of play all night long. And who better to break this game down than the fellas, joined by Cowboy Super Yaya.
Let's fucking go, boys! How can you not be more hyped? We got a full night's rest. Like, how? How are we even able to go to bed? I had my eyes hurt. Like, I watched the highlights like 5 damn times. What a fucking game!
Unreal.
That's my last fuck for the day.
Well, we'll see about that.
Get into Bet365 to place your bets on whether or not that happens.
Over under 0.5.
Also joining us, double Leagues Cup happy guy, downtown Duane Brown.
And you know what's cool?
What?
Last year, yay!
Who are you calling a clown?
I love it.
Last year, the absolute 2 bottom teams in Leagues Cup rankings were Mazatlan and the Colorado Rapids.
And now they're going to
And now you see teams like LAFC, Club America, Philly, Seattle,
Columbus,
and then the 2 bottom teams from last year just beating down on these teams. It's so much fun right now. Crazy.
Your Mazatlan had a pretty crazy game.
They were up by 2.
Up a man.
Cruz Azul had a red card and still managed to blow it. And then it goes to kicks, and Mazatlan's keeper, 2 saves right off the bat. And then a third one went off the post, the last shot for Cruz Azul, and they move on to quarterfinals. A crazy ending, and then right after that, here come the Colorado Rapids with a crazier ending.
Big old game. Let's get into it right now. But first, got to shout out the friends in the Toyota chat presented by your 2024 4Runner. Everybody's in there right now. We got Keith Richards. He was up with me on press row. Mark Weatherly, Salty Salamander, Dustin, Isaiah, Wisconsin.
We got some new people
Kev
in
Trujillo.
there. Welcome.
It's good to see you guys. We love it. Thomas Wilson hanging out. This is great.
Ski Wilson? Thomas Wilson?
I believe so.
Oh, shout out Ski. Ski.
He was very happy that we were going live today and not last night. So shout out to him. Let's just jump right into it. This team, starting lineup, exactly the same minus Ollie for Ronan. What'd you guys think about that?
Didn't like it.
Interesting. Why?
I thought that's kind of one of the reasons at the start of the game why the Rapids struggled so much to maintain possession, because they didn't have a guy that kept the ball. I would have rather had Cole out on the left and bring in Ollie with Ronan. I think that would have been a better midfield for this game. But I see what Armas was trying to do. He was trying to get more physical in the midfield, which I do appreciate him trying to adjust to whoever team they're playing.
I think, as we've talked about before, that midfield group, there's 4 players for 3 spots.
Yep.
And I think it's kind of tough to say that all in a row. I think they've kind of played about the same this year.
Exactly.
So it's really matchup dependent, but you don't know specifically what Armas saw in film or, whatever the next thing to do is, right? Like, is it Ronan's turn? Is it Ollie's turn? Obviously, Djordje and Cole have those spots locked down. But I know what you mean. The midfield felt a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think so. And I think Armas just kind of underestimated how tough Toluca plays a little bit and how much they like to maintain the ball and need a lot of press. And I think that's the one thing that Ollie kind of struggled in at times. But besides that, I thought Ollie had a pretty decent game for the most part.
Last year, the Rapids lost to Toluca. That game was crazy in that This is the lineup that Robin Fraser started. Are you guys ready for this?
Hit me with
This
it.
is a not safe for work filter on this one. It's that scary. 3-4-3. Yarby starting in goal. Wilson, Maxu, Bombi across the back. Okay, not terrible. Andrew Gutman, Danny Leyva, Ronan and Rosenberry across the middle. Cole, Calvin Harris, and Galvan across the top. Kind of a yikes lineup there from Robin Fraser.
That's wild.
Danny Leyva got the start. Remember him? Who? just
Danny
crazy.
Leyva.
Don't remember him.
Good. I don't either. Never heard of him. Just
I
kidding.
don't think he
But yeah,
exists.
that was
He's real.
that was really just, to me, it was crazy. So 5 returning starters from Colorado, 7 for Toluca, but 2 of their goal scorers from that game are gone. So it's pretty much a new team, but it's Toluca. They're going to load up. They're not a bad squad by any stretch.
Yeah, and they also had in my opinion, their 2-star players on the bench. They're 2 guys that have played, Vega and
Yeah.
Gallardo. Hate them on the national team.
Vega, the party animal.
The guy that gets kicked out for constantly being with women that are not his wife, and bringing his teammates with him at all places. Those are the 2 guys that I was surprised didn't get the start last night. But besides that,
The game really, it was kind of their run of play, but I think when Vega come in, they were really able to hold in that attacking third.
yep.
He was instrumental, really good.
We talked about it. Maybe he should have come to the Rapids last year.
Should have.
Glad he did it.
Can't get into too much trouble in Commerce City compared to.
What are you talking about? Do you not remember J.R. Smith?
Oh,
Hey,
good point. Good point. Great point. The other note from this, Omir didn't get the start, but Frankie Amaya is on Toluca from Red Bull. They played together. They were the Omir and Hafa of that team. Besties, inseparable, loved playing with each other. Had a great moment after the game where they exchanged jerseys, hugged it out on the field.
That's awesome.
I was hoping they would play against each other. They can get, because the game was getting intense. It would have been crazy to see them kind of get into it with each other a little bit. So that was fun. Starting it off, 7th minute, Toluca puts one off the crossbar. I was nervous at that point. That's where I was like, because I did predict a loss. I will say it right here, right now. I predicted a loss for the Rapids.
Well, fair assessment. Not off. You were being crazy on that one.
And I thought, I was right. They're going to score 1 million goals tonight.
Well, we're on score predictions. I was so close for my score prediction to hit.
Because Djordje would have.
If Djordje would have been the winner, and it would have been 2-1, and I was like, I got this in the bag.
Toluca definitely had the biggest chance in the first 15 or so, but the game was pretty physical, right? There were some tackles, some hard shoulder to shoulders. These teams were both going for it, literally from the jump of this game. The intensity, I loved the intensity both teams brought to this.
Yeah, I think that's why Ollie started over Ronan.
Yeah,
You
just
know,
got
Chris-
a little dog.
Yeah. I mean, Chris knew that was coming. It's a Liga Emeki side. It's going to be a physical matchup. So I actually kind of like that start, by the way, because I thought it was going to end that way. There's going to be a lot of elbows. There's going to be a lot of complaining to the refs from any Liga side. Having watched several it's just immediately, as soon as something happens, the wind isn't blowing in the right direction for them. They're going to start crying to the ref.
Yep.
And so, it's going to get physical. And so, Ollie, I mean, it's weird to me. Ollie's that guy because he's such a he's a nice young man.
He's a quality
but
young
you put
chap.
him on the field and he throws down.
Yeah, he
dude.
does.
Immediately, yellow cards. He's going after. I was like, oh no. Ollie's going to get carded out.
Yeah,
So-
that was tough. But Djordje actually gets the yellow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it made complete sense putting Ollie in there. I want to say that. It did
Yeah,
make
for
complete
sure.
sense. Hindsight being 2020, I would have been like, oh, it's a type of game that you need Ronan. But you're right. Ollie starting made a lot of sense for the most part.
He's just more physical. Ronan's he's a touchy player. I think if they were going up against St. Louis, I bet you next round, I bet you Ronan would start. Against America, I bet you Ollie starts.
Well, the thing is, they both have to start because Djordje is carded out for the next
No.
game.
Yellow's reset.
oh,
at the
they
ra-
reset
they
after?
reset
Okay.
before this game.
Because Cello kept saying on the broadcast, he's out next game. So I was like,
I don't believe so. I believe
Okay,
it
cool.
reset. It either reset after this game or before this game. So he's either at 1 or 0.
okay, cool.
Yeah.
You wanted to make sure.
I didn't do that research, but Press Row did and told me. So
That's
thank you,
fine. I
Press Row.
trust you guys. You guys are You guys are there closer than
We're
I
a
am.
community up there. We help
Yep.
each other. Soft yellow on Djordje. He was not happy about it when asked about it.
Super soft.
Shocker, though. Djordje salty in an interview. Who would have thought?
We gotta start calling him like Sassy Djordje.
Something. There needs to be a nickname with some edge.
Yeah.
I like that. Zach saves it again. That was the note in the 16th minute. He was on it again from the start. Like, he was dialed in. He is in the zone. I don't know what it is. I asked Drew Moore before the game. No big deal. I asked him. I was like, is that just how it happens sometimes? These guys just lock in for however long and you just ride it out as much as you can. And he's like, yeah, he's just in his zone. It's kind of like, when an NHL playoff goalie just finds form for a month.
Maybe he's just a tournament goalie.
He did bring that up. He loves the knockout games.
Yeah.
He loves the knockout games. He brought that up afterwards. So that was 16th minute. 18th minute, Stefan save, drink. Because that's been the story of these games so far. Sam, I think by the 20th minute, he had his 4th turnover trying to get the ball off the wing into the middle. And maybe this is where your Ronan thing would help.
And it's all hindsight 2020. Like,
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with what I thought Armas did a great job of rotating the squad and bringing Ollie in. But again, it's just that midfield is struggling deeply. I think now it's 2 games in a row that Cole struggles with possession. I think he hasn't been able to handle the press yet or that high end of like speed from Mexican teams because Mexican teams are just fast all the way around. I think that's where he struggled the most so far.
Can you imagine how fast Porg Smith built Liga MX's team would be if you could just get 7 DPs? They would be like, it'd be like an Olympic sprinter team.
Give him $40 million in transfers.
It would be the only Liga MX team made of Dutch and English players.
Sure, but they'd be fast as shit because that's his thing. The crowd was great. I noticed this coming like close to the end of halftime. C38, Locos brought out the horn section to go with the drums. They were loud. The whole crowd was pro Toluca. It felt like outside of the C38 sections. Not that there wasn't a lot of Rapids fans, but like pockets and pockets and pockets
There
of
was a
red
lot of red
everywhere.
in the stands.
You
Which
could
is
also,
great.
You could hear it on
Yeah.
the broadcast.
Well,
too.
especially like, it's not something that American crowds do, but like the whistles, like there's just like certain things that international crowds do better than MLS crowds, and they really let the ref hear it a lot. It was very.
It's a different level
Yeah.
of jeering, honestly.
And then the goal. Cole Bassett is back right, almost like behind Keegan.
Yeah,
Launches one into Sam at the corner of the box on the other side. Perfect cross. Absolutely perfect cross. Sam centers it to only where a sliding Rafa can bury it. Goal, 1-0. Completely against the run of play. They sneak out of the first half with the win. Or with the lead. Crazy. Just crazy.
Especially for Rapids. I mean,
And you said
that's
it.
the opposite of what we normally do.
Correct. Well, yeah, especially last year.
With
That was like.
the end of the
Yeah.
end of the half. It was awesome.
But you said it. Sam had a really bad game.
Mm-hmm.
And he had one of the nicest assists we've ever seen from him.
And all is forgiven.
And all is well. The blessings of Rapid Man be with you. But just beautiful. I mean, just beautiful. Good for Rafa. He worked his ass off all night. That's another goal. Not an easy goal for any striker. That takes work and effort and putting yourself in position physically, having an eye on where everybody is. Because going to ground like that near the keeper is dangerous.
and not just that. I think we underestimate how good of a pass Sammy put on, mostly because it was a bouncing pass.
Right.
And you had to bounce it into the small box because that's where shit show happens. The goalie misreads the bounds. The defender can't get to it because it jumps over its foot. That's how you're supposed to put it into a small box. Worked perfectly. Rafa had 2 guys draped on him, pushed one off and slid with the other one. That's just pure physical talent right there.
Calvin was at the back and Djordje was right behind Rafa. So, you had cleanup crew there if something got kind of loose in the box there, but no need because Rafa is just in the zone. He has a goal this game, an assist the game before, and a goal the game before that. So,
Rafa was so covered, like I couldn't even see him that well, that after it went by Djordje, I was like, shit, there goes the opportunity. Then I just see the ball like slide in. I was like, holy shit, Rafa got to it.
Kind of came out of nowhere. Very fun. over 12,000 at this game for a Leagues Cup. I think that's pretty good. It was about 11,000 the game before.
For a Tuesday night.
Yeah, for a Tuesday night, 8 o'clock kick on a weeknight. So pretty proud of that crowd showing out like they did.
Tickets didn't come with, tickets weren't free.
Right, you had to buy a ticket if you were STM. So
yeah, so I mean that's awesome.
Yeah, it was good to see. Laraz went down on that Toluca corner early in the second half. You're a little nervous. You see Ronan doing some extra warm-ups, but he ends up sprinting around the field to get to the check-in spot. So all is well there. I really noticed Calvin and Rafa both really just locked in defensively to start that second half. The press started with them. They were tracking back on the, they were counter press. They were doing everything. Just fantastic to see from them. And you even said even Jonathan Lewis was getting involved defensively.
J-Lo had some great defensive plays last night. I mean,
yeah.
It was weak on that side, and they were attacking that side the entire match. So the need was there, but I mean, he really got back in and filled in any gaps. I thought he had a great defensive game.
That all three Mexican teams saw something on film that said attack the Rapids defensive left.
How many have been able to exploit it? 0.
That's right, baby. That's right.
So keep looking at your damn film. You ain't going to get by anyway.
That's right. Toluca was getting a lot of headers in the box. None of them were very good, but into the 65th minute, it was like one of these has to go in.
Yeah.
Right?
Is that when the post hit?
One of them hit the post, one of them sailed over, one of them sailed right.
Yeah.
It was like 3 headers pretty close together. The first sub of the game, 70th minute, Lewis and Harris off. Fernandez and Ronan on, Cole out wide. Do you love that?
I did.
I did.
Yeah, I was good with it.
I really liked it. I don't think Cole should always, but again, you're pulling Cole out of what is by far his most effective, which is middle of the field, box to box, hanging back from the attack. But tonight it called for it, and he stepped up when he needed to.
I think it also just helps a lot because Sammy pushes up so much that it just kind of lets Cole be a double 10 with Djordje, and Djordje can kind of move out to the other side, and it kind of creates this overload in the final third. That's why I really enjoy it, and I think that's why it works in small doses. I really do want to see a whole game like that, see what happens, have all 4 of your midfielders out there. But how you said, for that small portion of it, I think it really worked out to overwhelm.
The pass I thought was going to win this game was that Ronan long ball over the top to Djordje, where one of the nicest first touches in a dead sprint to control I've seen from a Rapid in my time. You guys remember the play I'm talking about?
Which one?
It was Ronan, huge ball from the right side, over the top. Djordje sprinting down the right, one-on-one. Collects it, top of the foot, in sprint, keeps it running.
I think so. I think I know what you're talking about.
And then Omir was open on the side, but his second touch got too far to get the pass into Omir.
Yeah.
But man, really, really nice. Oh man, sorry, I'm gonna take fault for the goal because the tweet before the goal said current shots Toluca 19, Rapids 2, current score Rapids 1, Toluca 0. And then moments later, wow, what a goal from Paulinho. So my bad, but man, that goal from Paulinho, the back heel, there has to be even a more special name for it than just a back heel.
Yeah, it's the Anthony.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Beautiful.
The Anthony where he does a little spin move, but he
didn't do the spin move, though. It was just like a...
Yeah, it was like a spinning kind of hill move.
Beautiful.
It was pretty dope.
Absolutely beautiful.
If he doesn't spin or it doesn't even like, that ball's going wide. That ball's not going into the net. Like, that's how close of a call that was.
Well, and there were 2 defenders there, too.
Yeah.
And he just sent it the other way. It was... I hated it, but it was beautiful.
Duane texted me. That's not even that.
I was like that's a soft goal. Yeah. And then they showed the replay and I went, oh, never mind. I was like, he did a cool spin and a little back heel.
I got to say.
That Corona guy's pretty good.
I got to say, at the DNVR Slack, the Rapid Slack, usually it's us, producers. Last night it was popping.
People are hyped.
It was popping. We have converted enough to make that Slack channel pop in a big game. That was cool to see. Sub after that goal, Hoffa comes off. He was tired. and Yapi kind of alluded to it. He was talking to him as they were waiting to confirm the goal. He was just dog tired from running. And it sucks because you're going to pens. But that was the move no matter what. Chris kind of had that in there. And then KSB came on for Ollie, and that was sort of, if we score, Ollie stays. If we don't, KSB comes on.
Yep.
And that put Cole back kind of central.
Yep.
Opened up the wings. KSB, obviously, we'll get to it, but that was an amazing sub because he had the play of the game, or started the play of the game. They had a corner at the 90th minute, right? And you're like, oh, man, this is it. This is the moment. Rapids are great at set pieces. This is it. Doesn't get it. That's fine. And then Yapi to Ronan to Djordje for the bouncing header over the keeper. Offside.
Womp womp.
My score prediction was so close.
You were right there, my guy. The Oracle.
Dude, that was so close. That would have been, I think, the
That
third
play
one.
was so pretty too.
Everything
Yeah.
about it was just
Yeah.
perfect pass.
The
perfect
send to
pass.
Ronan was great.
Ugh.
The cross from Ronan was, I mean, it was a FIFA cheat code.
Yeah.
And then, cleanup on the header. God, it was great.
Also, like that Yapi touch right before that got sent behind him.
Yeah.
He was able to like stretch backwards, keep it in stride, and keep going. And that's how he fought Ronan. I was super mad at Ronan at that moment because it felt like
Because it
lazy.
messed up your prediction.
No, not even because of that.
I think that's the real reason.
No, I didn't think the Rapids were gonna get another shot at it. Honestly, the way the game was going, and the way things were, and it felt like lazy offsides. Because if he would have just
He
like
coulda got
he
back.
could have gotten back. He had plenty of
Yeah.
time. It wasn't even because of the actual like he did anything wrong, but he's so good. And I'm like the one time they
I don't
need-
think he knew. I think his eyes were headed towards the goal.
But not
already.
just that. I think he actually saw Yapi. Yapi had turned his shoulders and was running towards the box, right? I
Yeah.
think in Ronan's mind, Yapi had crossed
It was already
that
done.
pass off
Yeah.
and was just going to progressive dribble into the action. And I think he kind of got caught where it's like, well, shit, I didn't think you were passing it.
Yeah.
Still should have jumped onside because that's
Yeah.
soccer.
Yeah.
Got to be onside.
That's what you do.
And it was close. I mean, he almost got back.
No, it was super close. Like even looking back, it looks like it was onside. It really does. But it felt like
You
if
gotta get back.
Yeah, it
Gotta
just
get
felt
back.
like a little extra jog would have gotten you there, and that would have been a perfect goal, and it wouldn't have changed the outcome at all.
From the thread, well, damn, that sucks. Off in the build-up, no goal. Likely no time for another magic goal before pens. I just all night. Look at me jinxing things into happening all night long.
And El Pelon makes a great point in the chat here in the Toyota chat that Yapi did have a lot of good touches
Oh, yeah.
last night.
Yep.
He wasn't like getting the ball exactly where it had to be or what you expect from a striker, but his first touch was incredible all game last night.
He was great. And we'll get into that right now because the play, KSB on the wing, keeps the ball in play, uses every single possible inch of that field to keep the ball alive on the wing, sends it up to Djordje with just the perfect through pass, perfect weight, right at Djordje's feet. Djordje turns, crosses. Toluca gets there with the slide, taps it back to the keeper. Keeper doesn't realize that that's the play and is going down for it. Right through him. And then it's who can get there first, keeper or Yapi? Who can get there first?
Yeah, I mean, it was. You watch it in slow motion as it's happening. Like the world's like, oh my God, it's an own goal. We're going to win on an own goal. And then like the keeper's going there and I'm like, oh crap, the keeper's going to get to it. And then out of nowhere, Yapi slides in like a javelin. Just, phew.
Yeah. Gets the touch.
Crazy.
We asked him about it. What were you thinking?
I mean, it was angry too,
we were
like because it was already
Yeah.
on the line,
Yeah.
and it was just like the most angry, like push this ball 6 inches
He's-
as hard as you can.
We said, what were you thinking? He goes, just get a touch. We're like, were you looking for offside or whatever? He's, just get a touch. Just get a touch. Just get a touch. He would refuse to answer it any other way. He would cut off follow-up questions. He said, just get a touch. And boy, he did. What a goal. What an ending. Dramatic again. And we'll get into more of that.
We said it on this panel. Don't let him get one, baby. Don't let him.
Don't
get
let us
one.
get hot.
Don't let Yapi get one, because then the whole league is screwed.
It's over.
We got Rafa and Yapi, man. Get the hell out of here.
We are going to get into the bigger storylines, some players of the game on the other side. But first, we got to talk about our friends at Lucy Nicotine. Can't lie, I got a Lucy Nicotine in right now.
You're nicked up?
You know, look, I didn't sleep very much last night. I don't know what's going on, but I thought, hit the comfort zone, pop in a Lucy, 4 Milli Mango. Might as well make that my nickname, 4 Milli Mango.
4 Milli Mango?
Yeah.
Mango Mitch?
4 Milli Mango Mitch.
Look, it's 100% pure nicotine, tobacco free. And it's from a company that isn't a giant, mega corporate tobacco company, right?
It's a mom and pop shop.
Mom and pop shop. They're just trying to get the good word out of their product, and we're helping them because it's really good product. Their pouches come in a variety of strengths: 4 milligram, 8 milligram, 12 milligram. 12 is hats off to you if you can handle that. I think I might
insanity.
But if you're a nicotine lover, it doesn't get better than that for you. They have a ton of flavors: apple ice, wintergreen, mango, espresso, berry, mint, and there's 2 more I can never remember. Or maybe it is only 6. Is it only 6?
I think so.
All right. Well, maybe I just feel like I'm forgetting, but need to give myself more credit for this. If you're not into pouches, gum's available: 2 milligram, 4 milligram, 6 milligram. And you get a subscription, gets delivered right into your mailbox. You don't even have to think about it. Yeah. What are you working on in your Lucy's right now?
8.
8s? Any particular flavor?
Wintergreen.
Love that.
Keep it fresh.
Keep it easy. Keep it fresh. Love that. Let's level up your nicotine routine. Go to lucy.co/rapids and use promo code RAPIDS to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co. Use code RAPIDS. Get 20% off and always free shipping. Here's the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Shout out to our friends at Lucy. We're also brought to you by Toyota. Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR. We love ourselves a Toyota here at DNVR.
Best car in the world. Not even close.
Not even close. It's comfort, it's function, it's style. I drove my wife's Toyota to the game, and I drove my Toyota here to the studio today, to the Toyota Lounge. We love them. Whether it's the trucks that are perfect for Colorado, the 2024 Tacoma, Land Cruiser, the iForce Max Hybrid Tundra. I mean, that just sounds cool as hell, and it actually is cool as hell. They also offer more low and zero emission vehicles combined than any other automaker. That's 16 different hybrid vehicles to choose from, and they have 17 models with all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, like the 4Runner, or SUVs like RAV4 and Grand Highlander. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe in Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Colorado Rapids and the official vehicle of DNVR.
Go buy a Toyota. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Just
Buy
do
one
it.
now.
Official sponsor of the Rapids. If you love the Rapids, get yourself a Toyota.
Proud partner of the Rapids. They have those cool They have a wrapped Tacoma and a wrapped 4Runner at the stadium, and they're just both so sick. All right, we're back. DNVR Rapids. Hanging out. Winners Lounge. Next day, Winners Lounge. Kind of weird. But gotta say, I kind of like it.
Feels kind of good.
Good energy. I mean, Winners Lounge in person, I just feel we're better at talking to each other.
It's also, we're not trying to fight off sleep.
Yeah, it's almost midnight.
Also
We're
true.
interacting with the chat and just losing our minds.
Oh, I'm gonna go during post games. I'm usually like this, trying to yawn so people don't think I'm bored. I'm like, no, I'm just really tired, guys.
It's okay. You can be bored. I'm bored
No,
sometimes.
I love our post game. I'm just exhausted.
Let's get into some players of the game, courtesy of FOTMob. Throw out your ideas in the chat if you think you know who it is. I think it's pretty obvious, but I'm going to open it up to the fellas.
It's got to be Rafa.
It has to be Djordje.
Interesting.
I'll fight Duane to the death for
it
this.
It is neither, and it might be so far the player of this tournament.
Was it Corona?
It is Zach Steffen.
Oh, that makes sense.
Of course. Yeah, I was thinking out in the field. Zach Steffen was awesome last night.
Only 5 saves, but it felt like 20.
They were huge.
Incredible.
Well, they had over 20 shots.
Yes. Not a lot on target, but a lot of shots.
Even that header that hit the post, I think Zach would have got into it.
Yeah.
There's no way, like, Zach had it all covered. The post is the only other option.
He's been great. I think his distribution was off a little last night. You know, like some of his clearances and punts were like sky punts.
NFL level punts.
Like you're punting from the 50-yard line and the fourth down is too long to go for it, so you're trying to pin it. Yeah. Except the ball was barely getting to the halfway line, right? Like tough. That's tough. Like you want to see that level up a little bit more, but if that's your biggest problem with your keeper, that his punts aren't going far enough, I think you're doing great.
Nope. Great job, Zach.
Absolutely great job from Zach. Just a class guy. His messages after the game to the team too. He just, I don't know if mature is the right word because they're all adults and pretty mature, but he just is so level-headed. And he was talking about his message to the team, knowing that it was Club America, right? Knowing that you're going to Los Angeles to play the biggest team in Mexico. It is going to be 20,000 fans of Club America. There might be a few Rapids fans that show up. I hope there are. But it is going to be a very intense environment. And he was telling them, like, just go play our game. Play with the mentality we played with tonight. Trust each other, trust ourselves, play our game, and we're going to be fine.
This will be the most away game they've ever played.
Oh, God, yeah.
Like, you know, we were talking last night, it was over a decade ago, probably. Club America came for a friendly to play the Rapids, and I felt like maybe one of 3 Rapids fans at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. Like, it was all Club America. It was super fun.
It's going to be a blast.
But it's a bummer for the team.
And it's not even the biggest club in Mexico. It may be the biggest club in North America.
Sure.
Like, and it's probably that big. Like, it's probably the best club in North America. Like, to win the league, I make it so many times with teams like Monterrey and
it's club
Tigres
of the continent.
And all of them guys down there. Like, it's not easy, and they do it constantly.
And they packed it out versus St. Louis last night. If you watched it, like, it's going to be even worse on Saturday.
This is, to me, this feels like the Yaya Derby, and for one reason only. I hate Club America so much. To me, calling you a Club America fan is like calling you a slur. That's how much I hate that team. Like, if you cheer for that team, you are a POS. Straight off the bat, I hate him so much. Like, my wife knows this. Like, everybody in my family knows that they cannot talk about America around me because I absolutely hate that club with the passion. I don't even cheer for any other club in Mexico. I just hate that club itself.
I love that. Man, it's gonna be quite the environment. I'm sad that I will not be participating in the coverage, but will I be watching that game on my phone in the middle of a concert? Yes, I will be. Believe that. Will I be the only person at Folsom Field actively watching a Rapids game? Probably.
Yeah.
It do be like that sometimes.
Do be like that, though. Other highlights from this team. You guys were close. Rafa was a 7-7, right? He was the second highest rated PID. The next highest rated PID is going to blow your mind.
Sammy Vines.
Yes! Sam Vines.
He had a lot of passes.
He had a lot of turnovers.
I know, a lot of turnovers, but also a lot of not turnovers.
But that assist, and avoided a card, all that. Lawless was a 6-9. I thought Lawless had one of his better games. I thought he was really good. I don't think the numbers reflect his game.
That whole defense was incredible. The way they were just throwing themselves around.
They were so organized, and that's a hard team. Armas kept bringing it up. There were 6 or 7 guys on that line. They were like, especially towards the end of the game, those guys were pushing the line, waiting for one long ball to break that back line, and the 4 of them and Zach held strong. Harris and Ronan were at 6'8", tied for the worst marks of the starters, and I think that kind of proves the eye test. They just didn't make an impact. It's not that they were bad. Their effort was good. Their defense was good, but
Oh, Ronan didn't start.
or sorry, not Ronan. Did I say Ronan?
Yeah.
Harrison Lewis.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my bad.
I was like, that's a little unfair.
Harrison Lewis. Harrison Lewis.
He didn't have a whole game.
Harrison Lewis. Harrison Lewis. They, you know, and,
Duane was like, hey, wait a minute.
you know, Toluca was ready for the Rapids. They did their homework.
Yeah.
They did their homework in a way that the other teams I don't think did, even though the other games were close. But I really think Toluca's game plan was the best we've seen in this tournament as it pertains to the Rapids.
Yep.
Portland's just the House of Horrors. I don't count. I just think that's the boogeyman team, and they'll, you know what I mean. I don't know if that counts.
It feels like they're going to Portland is just difficult for the Rapids right now.
I hate it. I don't like that they're the boogeyman team.
Yeah, we also hate Portland around these parts.
Yeah. Hate 'em.
We just hate anybody that's not the Rapids at this point.
Yeah, correct.
It's true.
Overall, I thought that was great. Any other, you know, we got about 4 or 5 minutes here before we have to kick it to another break. What, any other moments, storylines, players?
One thing I want to say real quick is, as bad of a game as Sammy Vines had, I said it earlier, I don't know if it was on it or not, but he didn't give up, which I think is very important. They keep attacking his side. He's seen the barrage of players coming his way in balls, and at the end of the day, the goal that was conceded was through Keegan's side. It had nothing to do with Sammy Vines. Sam held his own as much as he could, with help of Jonathan Lewis, of course, and a
Which
little bit
is crazy.
of Ollie. Like, I'm not saying it was all Sam, but that side kept up no matter how they barraged him. Like, and that's now 2 games in a row where they attack that side exclusively, and they keep it. Sam holds his own and keeps going. Like, we can complain all he wants, but he's getting those results at the end of the day.
Yeah, you know, I think Sam is I think he knows. You saw after some of those turnovers, he was frustrated, you know, kind of doing like you know, gesturing his frustration out. And somehow, you know, he kept his head to make the best, you know, one of the best plays of the game. Sam, where you at on Sam?
I'm so distracted by Toyota chat right now. There's a whole Riz conversation going on, and it's just making me laugh.
Riz, a term I could certainly use in a sentence, so don't even bother.
Do you know what Riz stands
It's just
for?
a very
Charisma.
Yep.
Well, we need that because somebody asked,
Charisma.
"What is Riz?" And that just everything about this little conversation.
Well,
has,
it's charisma, but then the Riz part
the
of
kids
charisma.
like to shorten things.
Every generation does.
Shortening things to the middle syllable is crazy, though.
That's the part that's weird as hell. But what are you gonna say? He has a lot
the
of
other
car.
syllables
Like,
are pretty.
he has the isma. Like, it just sounds like
He
a
has the
disease.
isma? That sounds like an STD.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
I
That
think
sounds
you get an inhaler for that. Is
yeah,
how
that
you
sounds like you
solve
need
that.
medication. Like, that ain't cool. Like,
That sounds like you want to notify your past partners.
it sounds like there's a commercial somewhere. If you got the isma, please contact us. Like,
Now you know why was so distracted. It's now taken over the whole show. It's just a hilarious conversation. You guys are killing me today.
Salty salamander there. Djordje wearing the closing ceremonies because he was back before the closing ceremonies. He didn't get to participate in the closing ceremonies. So good for him wearing it against a Mexican team, pulling up in the drip. I just loved it.
I thought it was incredible because I saw the video where they introduced the guys walking in. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this dude is balled out in USA. This dude talks and I hear every time.
Just a screaming eagle every time.
It was amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, we're going to get into flowers in our moment of the game on the other side of this break. But first, we got to talk about DNVR.
Da, 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 dun, dun, dun.
That's right, DNVR. We have a lot going on at DNVR because you know what's right around the corner, man? Football season. Yahya is about to get some work done as the producer of DNVR Broncos.
We is balling.
And we're about to get some work done at the Broncos tailgates that we have over behind the sports fan at 18th and Federal. Could not be a better location for a tailgate.
What a better way to get ready for Bo Nix's first ever NFL start.
Come hang out with us.
Exactly. Get ready with other Bo fanatics.
You can get a party bus from here. So you can hang out here, kind of meet some of the DNVR gang, get some brunch in, get some drinks in, mimosas, whatever. Hop on the party bus, go straight to the game, to the tailgate, hang out with us. We got games. We got drinks. We got food. Primo hoagies this year.
Oh, love me some Primo.
So good.
We love Primo on this podcast and at DNVR. Primo rocks. So good. It is going to be so fun. You're up above all the tailgates. You have a view of the stadium. You have a view of downtown. We're blasting music. We got DJs. Like, it's just fun. We just have a great time. We want you to come out. You get a season pass to that if you want. Kind of makes it cheaper. You can go, I can't even tell you how many people just go to the tailgate and then come over to DNVR to watch the game because they don't have tickets. But the tailgate is that fun that it's worth the time. So come check that out. Everything is over at thednvr.com/events. If you're a buff, you know what else we got? We got a buff tailgate in the old Harpo's bar lot off 28th and Arapahoe. Boy, that one's going to be fun too. We're going to rotate food. If it's a morning game, we'll get IHOP catered. They catered one, and that sounds crazy, but it was like...
That's insane.
It was the biggest hit of the season in terms of food last year, which is crazy, but, we'll have a ton of Breck brews. There's parking available there, too. We have spots so you can get your tailgate pass and a parking pass. That's all available at thednvr.com. Just a couple tickets left. Todd Helton Takeover. Saturday night. Big one. Todd Helton night. Hall of Fame night.
And they're giving away a dope bobblehead with the most iconic pose in Rockies history. They're giving that away. If you're one of the first,
30,000? That's almost the whole stadium.
Exactly. And the DNVR Buzz is going to drop you off with plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
To get in and get your bobblehead. Why miss out on such a glorious occasion?
What else do we got? We just have so much. There's a lot going on. We are also on Saturday night. We are the official watch bar for Rapids Club America right here at DNVR. So come on and hang out. I'm sure, if some players didn't travel, they might be here. A lot of the front office that doesn't travel will be hanging out. It's going to be a blast.
Also, Kevin said on the chat, Leeds watch party today. Come on by. Mitch does not like it because he's a Man U fan.
That's right.
Garnacho graphic tee, which is
Lisandro Martinez, the butcher.
It's Lisandro Martinez,
the butcher of Amsterdam, baby.
One of my favorite players from Ajax all time.
He's amazing.
He's a dope. But either way, come if you have nothing to do today, come watch Leeds. It's just footy with the fellas.
It's actually really fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun, and Kevin's gonna be here. So
can I jump in on that? Technically, possibly a future DNVR bar event, so it's relevant. If you or you know someone who is a Wolverhampton fan, there's someone in the Denver area trying to get a supporters group local to come watch Wolves games here at DNVR bar. So if you know someone, hit me up on Twitter, and I will connect you with her. Her name's Katie. She's working really hard to get it happening, and there'll be, now that we're going to be opening for Premier Leagues.
There's only about
games
4 soccer bars right now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot more supporter groups that have to go to those bars and watch their teams without sound, not really get dedicated space for themselves. So if you are part of one of those groups and you want a space, talk to us, reach out.
Yeah, because...
Slide into the DMs,
Premier League is happening at the DNVR bar. So,
absolutely.
Yeah. So also come on by just for Premier League games.
Yeah, it's going to be
Saturday at 8 a.m. We're going to be
yes,
open.
Yes, the 3 Wolves fans in Colorado.
Hey, we're hoping there's at least 10.
But if you know those 3.
Okay. It's not Bobby. It's damn it, Bobby.
This is the longest DNVR events ad read in history.
Well, we love DNVR events.
We love DNVR. We love events.
It's true.
We're just vibey today.
We're feeling it.
We're feeling
it, baby. It's a winner's lounge. I don't think we missed any events. Oh, there are Avs takeovers up and available. So that's a big one. 3 different games available. Just keep an eye out. thednvr.com/events. Become a diehard to get discounts. Great. There you go. Let's go. We're back. DNVR Rapids hanging out on a winner's lounge on a Wednesday morning. Dwayne. Yaya. Mitch. Super producer Tiff on the 1s and 2s. Man.
No, that was a clown.
Man, People are just giving Wolves the work in the Toyota chat right now.
It's just funny that people are hating on a club that is nothing but friendly and not a threat to anyone. Hate on City.
Oh, they
hate
do.
on Man U. Hate on Tottenham. Like hate on
Arsenal, the top 6.
Wolves hating on Wolves is a weird flex. It's a weird flex.
I support it. Hate away. I love haters. I support the hate.
Favored 6 club fan. Classic.
Yeah, that's right, baby. I hate everybody except my
Except
squad.
the refs.
That's not true.
Was that out loud?
I hope Mazatlan loses.
Duane's out here in a Pixar movie.
I hope they lose. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Courtesy of our friends at UC Health. The moment of the game. This is the Live Extraordinary moment of the game presented by UC Health. Live Extraordinary. I'm going to give this one to Yaya.
Is there any other moment of the game? It's the Darren Yapi go, baby! There's nothing else that could be the moment of the game. Nothing else. And if you say something else, you are wrong. Like, how? Like, Colorado kid. Born in the Bronx, I get it, but raised in Colorado.
That's right.
Came up through the academy.
That's right.
Gives you a goal against Toluca, considered one of the best clubs in Liga MX. Put you through onto the next round to face the hated, miserable Club America. Like, it's nothing better than having a homegrown kid giving you the victory.
I mean, went to high school 2 blocks from here.
It's
him and
Ollie.
Our guy Ollie.
It's awesome.
It's insane. It's insane what they're
super homegrown.
Like, they let him get one. Like, now the whole Yappy narrative is going to start changing. Like, he has 2 now in the season. Like, what else can we expect from this kid?
I mean, hopefully more goals. You would hope. You know, we asked Armas after the game about him, and we said, what can this do for him, basically? And this was our guy, Vinny Benedetto. He used to be on the beat, joined the Nuggets beat, but obviously it's the dead time, so he came out for some Leagues Cup action. Great question about Yappy. And I really liked Armas's response because Armas spoke about, look, like, obviously a striker loves to see the ball go in the back of the net. But what's going to help him the most is those great touches, the nice passes, the work rate, pressing, being an effective player off the ball.
The Rafa special.
And thank you for bringing that up because we talked to Yappy. He was the last player in the mix zone afterwards. And he brought up emulating Rafa, right? His work rate, the way he just commits all over the field, physically, mentally. He's locked in. It doesn't matter if he gets a goal or not because he's going to work his ass off the whole game. And then he said that Chris Armas tells him, someone asked him, what did Chris Armas tell you when you subbed into the game? I loved this. He said, show the fans that you care. Show the fans that you care. Because there's been moments where Yappy, he'll duff a sitter or he'll, mess up a pass on a break or, be offside, whatever it is. And you can just see him wearing it. And he gets so frustrated and he pulls himself out of the game mentally. But this advice from Armas lately, you can see him buying into it. And you can see the fans buying into Yappy because he is working so hard. And I just think that's so important. And just what great advice. Armas gets it, man. Such good advice.
He's like a soccer zen shaman guy. Most other coaches are going to go out there and, they're going to vomit strategy on him, tactics, and tell him to go do something. And Armas just gets it back to the fan base, Show him you care. Like, what more all-encompassing zen strategy is there than show the fans that you care? That means working your butt off. That means pace. That means stretching the field. That means following the ball into the goal, which leads to a game winner. I mean, Armas, dude. Freaking Chris Armas.
Freaking Chris Armas, freaking Darren Yapi. What a moment of the game. If you want to join UC Health's Ready, Set, Coach Challenge, click the link in show notes or go to www.uchealth.org/ready-set-co. Shout out to our friends at UC Health. And now for everyone's favorite segment. Love this segment. It is time for flowers from the fellas. There it is. What a graphic.
We're such pretty men.
Look at us putting flowers together. Little florists.
I love that this is Mitch's favorite graphic.
It's so cute.
It's also the simplest one that doing that I've ever made.
This took the least amount of effort on my part, and it's
You
the
spend more time on the
silliest
fonts
thing.
than you did on anything else, and I guarantee that.
I
I don't know. I
honestly,
love the shadow work, though.
It's just
Like,
amazing.
it's so good.
He did so good. I believe it is downtown Duane Brown's turn to go
Oh,
first.
wow.
This week.
I get to go first?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know who's getting flowers from me?
Who?
Zach Steffen.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
I think that's safe.
Dude was
Is that a
just
pun?
laying it out. Dude was willing to push one of his own defenders out of the way to get to the ball. That's how dialed in Zach was last night. Yeah, and it was no disrespect. Like, it was like, yes, this is what needs to happen. Man, he's on it. He is so locked in right now. That game with over 20 shots could have been an absolute disaster last night if he didn't set the tone and lock it down early and let the rest of the team know, I got you.
Love that. You're right. He's just he feels locked in. We asked him, is this 2018 Zach Steffen? Is this keeper of the year Steffen? And he didn't confirm or deny that, but he did say that he's feeling really good. And to me, with how humble he is and soft spoken he is, that said so much.
Yeah.
Right. That just said how much he's happy to be in this place. I think he loves working with Sharpie day in and day out. Armas never stops talking about the example that he sets, the work he does, how intense his training is, how the advice he gives to everybody. Like, can you imagine the education Beaudry's getting with Sharpie and Steffen in training every day? Like, he's going to be amazing because of this.
Yeah, Boji's gone.
Yeah, he's long gone. Sorry, Duane.
I don't want to talk about that.
Man, Zach's just been great, and I'm just really happy for him. Yeah, flowers.
I'm going with Himani Stewart. Bang,
Bang, bang,
baby.
bang, bang, bang.
Dude is a game changer. Dude is silky smooth with the ball.
He's so sick.
He makes the right play at the right time. You see an immediate difference when he's out there. I don't know how else to describe him. He is as touted. He should have been the first player taken in this draft. He is all the way Tajon Buchanan. He's Moist Bombito, 6 years younger. This guy is the guy that's going to break the club transfer record for outgoing. And it's not even close. That's the sort of guy, that pass that he put down to Djordje, mwah. Perfect. It was weighted perfectly. Nobody else could get to it. Only Djordje could.
Kept that ball in, too, on the sideline to control possession.
Just the way he plays, man. Himani, it's him. No other way to put it.
Himani.
He should get a chance to start against America. I think that kind of speed, and especially because he has so much chemistry with everybody on the club immediately, which I think it's something that Calvin and Jonathan struggle a little bit with, is what runs they make. Kimani fills in every hole that nobody else wants to be in, and that's exactly what you need out there. And you can see it with Yapi, you saw it with Ronan, with Djordje. There's just so much chemistry out there that it makes everything look harmonic.
And not, you can tell that he's involved in these games that he comes in as a sub. There's no, like, hiding the ball from him or, all right, there is trust in him to keep the play going. And, he had the ball to the assist. Obviously, his first game, he has the assist to Djordje for the winner against LAFC. Like, he's just nails, man. He's nails. Love
He
it.
comes in clutch, man. He has that clutch factor that he just knows when the ball should get there.
Yeah. I am going to give flowers to our guy, Hafa. Because that dude is the walking embodiment of dog. That dude has dog. All game. All game. All game. Never stops running. Never stops pressing. There's that picture that we got, and it's in the thumbnail today. What?
People barking.
It's funny.
Like human beings.
Let's get some barks in the chat for our guy.
Rafa barks at you, then his
Yeah.
Jordan tattoo also barks at you.
Yeah.
So you're just hearing like two distinct barks at all time.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love it.
But man,
It's very funny.
he I just there's that picture for that. He's just like, ha ha ha, we got you. We got you. He's just I love everything about him, man. He's just I'm so happy he's back in form because I didn't want to have the conversation. And I'm glad we don't have to because he's a baller. All right, we have to do these next ones very, very fast. Dwayne.
The entire back line. All the drama with Bombi heading out. Those dudes just laid it out. Like, so physical. I mean, Max Shu jumped around looking like a ice hockey goalie last night, flailing around.
Max, who looks like he has a BBL.
He looked like
at
an
this point.
Australian Olympic break dancer out there flopping around, getting in front of that goal.
Dude, I'm telling you, Max probably has a BBL today. Because that ball smacked his butt so many times. Those things must be hurting.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to go with Djordje, the obvious one. How can you miss out on the guy that scored the actual game winner and then they took it back? Then just Djordje all game, man. He's a difference maker. Last night I started thinking, are these Liga MX teams plotting to buy Djordje after this win?
Probably.
Are they looking at him and being like, holy crap, this guy's a baller?
Not for sale.
Not for sale. If he's going to go anywhere, he's going to go to Europe. Also,
I'm with Mitch on this one.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not sure if Djordje would ever play in Mexico either. It feels like he'd get in a fight with
It'd be
every
so
single
much fighting.
fan
He'd
in
never
that Liga
play.
MX.
Shaved head Djordje in Mexico.
He'd play every third game from red cards.
He is getting. Oh, here we go. We got the bark.
I remember I had that. Because of that Nate dog.
That's amazing. Okay, my last flowers are going to go to Chris Armas. I thought he had absolute. I questioned his subs, and the subs I questioned made a massive impact in this game. So kudos to him. Great game plan. He is dialed in. He is the truth. We had people in the chat saying that he should be president, that he should be Time Magazine Man of the Year, that we are in the Armas Army. I can't believe the turnaround he has led. Even a member of the Salt Lake front office was on Twitter last night saying that he should be Coach of the Year.
He should.
Think about that. Think about that. Still hate you RSL, but you made a good point. All right, yeah. Time to plug us out of here.
Real quick, score prediction Saturday.
Oh, you're right.
Oof.
I'll go first. This is so hard. I don't want to predict a loss because 4 straight wins against Mexican teams, I don't think has ever happened in the MLS.
No. It's not a predicting a loss. It's reverse cursing the other team.
Love that. 17-0, America. I'm just kidding. Don't hold me to that. I'm going to say 2-2 goes to Pens, and I can't pick a winner yet. Look for the graphic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2-1 Rapids. Rapids fans, to be mindful when you play America, you're playing the team and the refs. Don't get too frustrated. It's just part of playing that team. It's okay. Rapids are still winning this.
Let's go.
F it. No one's picking the Rapids. 3-1.
Let's
Rapids.
go!
I just want it to be just a beating.
In the Galaxy's house. That would be amazing, dude.
Scorers real quick.
I say 2-2 to Pens. Not sure.
Scorers.
Rapids win. 2-2 in Pens. Oh, scorer. Hoffa gets one because he's in form, and we finally get a Keegan banger.
I'm going back with the formula, Hoffa and Djordje.
I'll go Lewis, Djordje, Hoffa.
Love that. Lightning speed plugs. Yeah.
DNV_Rapids on Twitter. Follow us there, please. We really appreciate it. 5-star review wherever you hear this podcast. That helps us so much with the algorithm and everything we do. Give this video a thumbs up,
Please.
and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We really appreciate it, guys. All this really just helps with everything we do.
Yeah.
It just keeps people believing in what we're actually creating as a Rapids beat.
Correct.
Dwayne,
Yeah.
anything to add?
Let's do it.
Let's
Up
do it. Up it. Become a diehard at DNVR.com. You get discounts on events, bar tabs, merchandise, free merchandise, behind the paywall. You get into the Discord channels. You can maybe even join the Madden League if you're lucky. There's all sorts of stuff going on, and it supports this show and all our other shows across the network, and we really appreciate it when you become a diehard because you're part of the club. You're one of the fam. It's a big deal. More important than all of that, going up against America, it's Rapids versus everybody. Up the Pids.
We all silly like the mayor.